It's the final of the men's 110 metres hurdles, and we've seen one fabulous race in that women's 400 metres. This could be something sensational. British representation in Andrew Turner, but all the big guns are there, and they're firing as well. There's Andy Turner, he's starting in lane 1. Alongside him, Dwight Thomas for Jamaica. And in 3, he was a superb semi-final winner from the United States. Jason Richardson looks as though he's run himself into form at absolutely the right time. If this race had been last year, well, David Oliver, who's alongside Jason Richardson, he would have been voted as probably the favourite to have won it, but his form's not quite there this year. He's got a season's best of 12.94, and he's probably going to have to go round about the 13-second mark if he's going to get into that shake-up. But there are men he's got to beat on both sides. He's got Richardson on his left and this fella on his right. Remind you of anybody? Dayron Robles of Cuba, world record holder and Olympic champion from 2008. His seasons in 2009 and 10 cut short by injury, easing in the semi. And here's Zhang Lu of China, back into form after injury. He's a real threat. Well, those are the principal people in this race. Aries Merritt of the United States, William Sharman as well for Great Britain. Let's just get the thoughts of Michael Johnson. Who's going to win it, Michael? Jason Richardson, who won the Stockholm Diamond meeting, beating David Oliver, and was second in London. He was split by Robles and Oliver. He split Robles and Oliver. William Sharman there being introduced to the crowd in lane 8. Had the thoughts of Michael Johnson. I'm sure Liu Xiang and Dayron Robles will have their own idea of how this one's going to pan out. The world record holder, Robles, he's clocked 12.87. Liu Xiang 12.88, but the man of the moment just might be that fella. Jason Richardson, superb in his semi-final, winning into a headwind in 13.11. It's the final of the men's 110 metres hurdles. It could be very special. There's Alan Johnson watching, one of the finest hurdlers of all time. Robles is out of his blocks really well and leads Richardson over the first flight of hurdles, and he's still ahead. Here comes Liu Xiang. Liu Xiang's improving, and he hits the front, right up alongside Robles. And Liu Xiang, oh, he makes a mess of it over the last hurdle. He can't believe it. Robles was interrupted as well, but he got there. Richardson was right there as well. He looked as though he was at the mercy of Liu Xiang, but it wasn't to be. The winning time, 13.16. They look up anxiously to see the replay of that. Well, what drama. Liu Xiang, it looked as though he had it at his mercy, but it was the world record holder, Dayron Robles, who comes home and wins it in 13.14, ahead of Jason Richardson. And in third place was Liu Xiang. Andy Turner was back down the field. Dayron Robles takes the gold.
Well, we said it could be special, and I tell you what, I cannot wait to see that replay over the last flight of hurdles. I have a really bad suspicion that Dayron Robles and Liu Xiang clashed. That's why I think neither of them are that happy. That's why I think they hugged straight after the line, and that's what completely mashed the race up. We see it here. Dayron Robles on the right-hand side, Liu Xiang on the left. Robles absolutely fantastic at the blocks, run the first half of the race, you know, in certainly under 13-second shape, but he hasn't been racing that much this year, and his fatigue started setting in. Liu Xiang was awesome, one of the smoothest hurdlers you'll ever likely to see, and there you go. They just touched arms once and then twice, and that's what cost Liu Xiang the world title here here.
개인적인 경기 영차의 선수가 같은 경기 은메달은 미국의 흑현승, 동메달은 중국의 류시앙 선수입니다.
Replay on the screen from that 110 metres hurdle, just walked back last hurdle for Liu Xiang. There it is, the right trailing leg that just catches it. It slows him down. Setting is closing on Robles, but allows Richardson to come through as well. Oliver was never really away, it was only Turner who came to take fourth. It's gold though for Cuba. We asked the question, is it going to be gold for New Zealand? Because Mallory Adams is back in the shot put. 2072. From Camarina Williams and Ostapchuk of Belarus in bronze.
Well, you have to feel sorry for Liu Xiang. He headed Robles there over that flight, but then clipped the hurdle, lost momentum, and it enabled Jason Richardson, the American, to come through and take silver. Bronze for Liu Xiang, and Andy Turner running on the far side there from lane one. He finished in fourth place in 13.44, same time as David Oliver, but on the photo finish he gets the nod just ahead of Oliver. There may yet be a protest, you never know. We'll have to keep our ears and eyes open on that one. I wonder what the Chinese officials might make of that one, because certainly from my way of looking at it in the commentary position, it looked as though that gold medal was destined for this man, but instead he's got a bronze. Well, Andy Turner took fourth, and he's now with Sonia.
Well, Andy, wow, in a field of such quality, can you quite believe you've come fourth?
I've got mixed emotions, really. I mean, I came fourth, you know, it's a stepping stone, isn't it? It's getting there, but the time, I was disappointed with the time. Should have been better, but I felt like I got a bit of cramp in the warm-up and I was a bit scared. I don't know, mentally it plays on your mind a little bit, maybe.
There was a point, though, where you weren't even sure you were through to this final because you actually went through as a fastest loser. So to get where you have, that is development, isn't it?
It is, you know. The semi-final is always the hardest race, I think, because you know you should make the final and you know you could, but you know it's so much easier to say that than actually get out on the track and perform. And you know, thankfully I did make the final, and you know, I am disappointed really because Liu Xiang ran 13.27 into a -1, and I ran 13.28 into a -1 last year to win my gold in Barcelona. So I'm disappointed. It could have been closer, but
that's championship athletics, isn't it? It can be all ifs and buts, but on the day, to come from where you have, you must take some satisfaction from that when you've had time to reflect.
Yeah, I think when I wake up in the morning, you know, I'll probably be satisfied, but for the time being, I'm just, you know, I don't know. I just got mixed emotions. I don't know how I feel at the moment.
Well, that's fair enough. You're a fighter, though, so well done on getting to this final and to performing so well for Britain. Well done.
Thanks, Sonia. Appreciate it.